Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sagi Fogwe podcast. I'm glad you guys are here today. If you're watching live, welcome. If you're going to watch this video later, you're also welcome. So we're continuing a conversation that we started last week with some very important people in my life. This group is the executive team of the BOBA group, Bali Old Boys Association. It should be Bali Old Boys and Girls, but anyways, we kind of had that conversation last week. I'm still rooting for the girls. That's why I didn't go to the school, because they didn't include the girls. But anyways, the president is laughing already in the backstage. I can see him shaking his head at me. He's like, "Hey," I'm like, "It's a Sagi Fogwe podcast. It's my platform, so I'm throwing it out there so they can remember to add the girls into that name." All right, I'm going to bring them to the stage because we're running a little bit late. We had technical difficulties. We always try to start on time, but we couldn't help it today. We're human, right? Anyway, so I'll bring them to the stage, and then we'll meet everybody, and we'll go straight into the conversation. All right, so let me admit everybody here. There we go. I see everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, we're talking about German today. Okay.
That's very good.
All right. So I know Wilson is a character. He's in a league of his own. Wilson is in a league of his own. You cannot even. All right. So I'm going to start with Prezi. Just go around, introduce yourselves, who you are, your position with BOBA, and just whatever you want people to know, family, kids, whatever. Start with Prezi, then Prissy, then Geoffrey, and then Wilson.
Thank you again for being on here. I think I'm a little bit comfortable today because it's a reputation. He started with a very good introduction. The topic for the girls is a topic for another day. We'll have another podcast for that. So I will respect our queens. We call the BOBA queen, so it's not just girls. It's CPC, the BOBA queens.
The queens.
Queens, yeah, Bungalow 5. So, yeah, I'm Fred Cham, president of the Dallas chapter, chair of benefits committee for national conventional is coming up. Something that we want to put together to make BOBA attractive, especially to the young generation that are staying away from joining the group. Also part of the committee that is getting ready for the Father's Day celebration in Dallas. Yeah, professionally, I'm a civil engineer, do project management, work with the city of Dallas. So work with FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. For now, that will be my introduction. Entering here in Bali, 1979. Geoffrey was one of the teenagers that we went together. Now he's a big guy. Exit year 1984. Thank you.
Mr. Prissy.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Priscilla Tongwine. I'm glad to be representing the Queens today, the one and only in this midst. Yes, but I am honored to be here, and I want to appreciate Sagi for giving us this opportunity to kind of chime in on what is happening. I am the treasurer for the local chapter. I'm also a member of the planning committee for the upcoming convention. I am a pharmacist by profession, and I like to dabble into business. But what I'm most proud of is my family. I have 3 kids. We live out in the Frisco area. Thank you again for having me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Geoffrey, the teenager.
Oh, yes. It's a pleasure to finally be on this show. on the BOBA ticket. You're doing an extraordinary job, Kid Sister, on this
Thank,
show.
thank you.
Yeah, my name is Geoffrey Akwaji. I'm a geographer. I'm a community health, advocate also, and I live in Fort Worth. I'm a member of BOBA Dallas and also the planning committee of the National USA BOBA Convention and Dallas chapter. I'm married. I have two kids, and I look forward to uh, the Father's Day, which is very significant. As you can see from my T-shirt, Black Fathers Matter. So this is what one of all the fathers to come up. So
I love it. I love that T-shirt.
yeah. So if I left something out, I'll come in between. I'll fill that spot. So.
I love that T-shirt. And Nee Joffrey, before Wilson comes on, Nee Joffrey is one of those people who loves to party. I have not seen somebody who can party till you have to drag him off. You have to drag him at the last minute off the dance floor, out the door. So that's my kind of person. I want to be like
One
Nee
life to
Joffrey.
live.
One life to live. Yes, he enjoys
One
out.
life.
If there's
Yes,
a weekend that
yes.
I end up being busy, I see him at all the events. If there are 3 events, Nee Joffrey will be at all of them.
Hey, my brother.
he loves
Yeah,
life. That's what I
I'll
say.
be
He
like
loves
you.
life. Yep. All right, Wilson.
Well, again once more. Thank you again very much. Our dear sister. Such a great honor to be here again on this podcast, and I want to thank everybody for being here. Um, you know, this is it's a great day. Another day again to celebrate as we give God the glory for any new day that we live. And um, we want to thank all our viewers, all those that are listening to this podcast, that we are not just here to play, we are here for a purpose. My name again is Wilson Ashu. I just graduated in engineering. I'm an inventor, a businessman, business owner. I'm a creator, and I do so many things for the community. I'm a community builder. I love people. I love parading the place. I just want to see things move. And I don't like to be in a place where it is dead because I want to make it alive. You see, when we sit here and we talk, we look, we want to, we come up with different stories of our lives and the way we interact with various people, and we want to we want to employ into us the things that, or instill in us the things that we want them to be helpful to the community. We always come together with different ideas, with different purpose, so we can mesh that together in order to come up with something that is going to be loving for our, not just ourselves, but our children, our kids. So again, class of '93, just for one, one just for I wasn't live for too long. Let me just put it in in that way.
Mm.
But again, I'm delighted to be part of process of this group. I'm the PRO, and I'm trying to see that whatever I'm going to do, whatever it takes to make sure that this smaller organization is not smaller because it starts small to grow bigger, to see that it gains its purpose, and that way through that purpose you can be able to grow the bigger platform. I'm meaning BOBA USA. So we are here for our Father's Day event. We want to make sure that we celebrate all our fathers because fathers are very important. We don't just celebrate mothers. Mothers are important, but at the same time, without a father, you can have children. So we need the father to come. We need all parents to come out in numbers because this is going to be an unforgettable evening of elegance and entertainment. So we just want to again say again, thank you very much again, and we look forward as we move, as we discuss the other things pertaining to our group. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wilson. Thank you. Thank you. So he mentioned community. So that's what this platform is about. So if people keep forgetting, this platform, even though it has my name on it, it's really for the community. It's really there for us to grow this community. Starting off with a seed, grow it into whatever it is. Because yeah, community will only get better if we come together, we collaborate, we try to pull our resources together and make it better. And that's what this organization is doing. Each and every single person on here, they bring something to the table. And there are people who are in that organization who have a lot of skills that they can bring to the table as well to make BOBA better. And so we're here to really advertise this this event that's coming up on the 14th. I want Nii Geoffrey to talk about it a little bit more. You already started showing off your T-shirts, so so tell people why they need to be there, why they need to be in Arlington on June 14. What should they expect when they come?
Thank you very much. The Father's Day in Dallas, Fort Worth areas is a unique one because this is the first and ever organization to take up this day. One thing we really do not catch up with in life is to celebrate. And added to that, celebrating fathers is a very crucial thing that we hardly even do that, even in our homes. So this is an opportunity that we want to uplift the spirit of fatherhood and celebrate each father. We have a variety of fathers, people who are playing father roles too, some of whom are women. So if you are a single mom who is raising your child, you are a father. You have to come and we celebrate you because that role is very, very important. Biological fathers, to the best of my knowledge, are least celebrated. They even least celebrate themselves. It's an opportunity in Dallas Fort Worth for the first time for you to come over to Arlington and celebrate life. We catch up with our finances, we catch up with our job, we catch up with everything, but we don't catch up with the pleasure of living because you never tell when you leave the next hour. So each moment you have to celebrate. So we're putting emphasis on fathers, especially in the DFW area, to come to Arlington and storm that hall and for once be celebrated in a unique and fashionable manner. We're going to have a couple of things going on there. Health tips for father by professionals and some other tips that will be coming in between. But the focus is us fathers. As you can see, we are Black fathers and you matter. You must come up and let's celebrate you on that day.
All right, thank you. So two things I have to clarify, or I need clarification on. Wilson mentioned something that without the father, the father, I guess the father has the child by themselves, something like that. Not in those words, but it sounded like only the father can produce the baby.
Oh yes, yes. That is partially true, but many fathers do not raise the babies. It ends up being mothers raising those babies. So when you play that role.
No, I was talking Wilson. Wilson said something about it takes the father to produce a baby. So I think I need to go back to that class. The OB.
I think he missed a lot in that class. You
know how we tell the kids that the stork brings the baby and drops it off at the front door. Wilson, they probably told Wilson that the stork brings the baby and it's just a father.
Yeah.
And then Nii Geoffrey's point about mothers being celebrated on Father's Day, that's a very controversial topic too, because some mothers or some fathers kick against that no, Mother's Day is for mothers and then Father's Day is for fathers. So
I support that point because there are mothers who are acting as in the father's role. They play the father's role 100%. So I was actually thinking about that earlier on, and I'm like, let's get those mothers out here to come and to celebrate them. I'm all for that.
The reason is that you are a father for a child, and if you are a father who has not been in the life of that child and the mother has been throughout with that child, who is the father? You are the biological father, but the functional father is the mother. So
I'm gonna leave this one alone.
I think to conclude on that point on fathers and mothers, I think that a mother is important as well as a father is important. But if a mother takes care of the child, doesn't mean that a mother is a man. You can't be a man and a woman at the same time. You were just an opportunist to be able to take care of that child at that moment because the other subject wasn't able to make it. And so you use
Oh
that
God.
platform and that purpose to be able to take care of that person at that particular time. So we can only give you credit. We say thank you, man. And then for father, the father does the same thing. The father does the same thing. They call that men that are taking care of the children without a woman there. And so what we do address the women or address the men? Well, let's say thank you, dad. So it's a very controversial, but at the same time, it's technical. So it's
That's
delusional
why.
for
That's why. Maybe let me chip in. That's why we say father's role. We put role. It segregates that biological aspects from the functional aspect.
Yeah, so we're not trying to transition anybody.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Fred. Prezi has been quiet. You guys are Prezi is just waiting to give you guys your punishment later. Anybody who misbehaves.
As you say, this is a community. It looks like many things are coming up that may keep us here all day.
I know.
That
No, but
that notwithstanding, I think everybody has a point to make. But the cruise of the matter is that we have selected this day for fathers. So we should not say that one is not important, the other is important. On that day, we're going to emphasize on the role of parents. But the person that we are looking at, the quarterback for that day that's controlling the football team is the father. All what you've said is true, but let's focus on making sure that all the fathers come out and receive a thank you for what they are doing to keep the families together. I will yield the rest of my time to the BO.B.A Queen.
so let the BO.B.A Queen, since she's the treasurer, talk about money. Talk about money on that day. What people should expect to pay at the gate, because so that people don't show up and they're expecting, to get in free, or like I know Mr. Fred, he's my cousin. Can I get in for free?
Yeah. So we know it's a celebration. Typically, you would think the word celebration just means we are going to be doing everything, handing it out there for people to just have fun. But the way our society is, it makes it a little bit challenging for that to happen. So on that day, and even before that day, we want to encourage everybody who wants to be celebrated, who wants to partake in the
Nick.
celebration, or who wants a parent to be celebrated, a dad to be celebrated, um, to come in. You could send your contributions in, or your gate fee, as we call it in. It's $100 for an individual. If you're coming in as a couple, it's we make it a little bit lighter. It's 150 for a couple. But then we have the option of tables where you can decide to group up in 10, and you get a table for $1,000. That makes it, I think that makes it a little bit lighter. Some tables can take 12, but we want to keep it at 10, so we don't go, we don't lose a lot, because we have to take care of the expenses, getting the hall and all of that stuff. Yes, but that's basically what it is. Another thing that we want to encourage our community is to take advantage of this occasion, of this event, and especially the business owners, and make their presence and their businesses known. Let's say, for instance, we have 200 to 300 people in that event. That is you showcasing your business to, those number of people at the same time, and having the opportunity to answer questions, that may arise during, your showcase. So for those who are actually interested in showcasing their businesses, we have options here. The original intention was to do an almanac where we print out this and hand over, but because we decided to change, that approach. Instead, we want you to come out, and actually present your business, talk, and then have the opportunity to answer questions, during that event. So just look at it as, giving that information live to 300 people, 400 people, or however how many we might have in there. I think that is a great opportunity. So in that situation, we asking that, because we're gonna just be doing the talking now and not the pages thing anymore. We asking that, for a 2 to 3 minute talk, you would have to put in or pay about $300, to get that time. We also have businesses that might like to, stage their, like, have tables outside in front of the hall or alongside the hallways, to showcase or more of their businesses. For those who have interest in doing something like that, your package is $500. So you bring your table, bring your materials, bring your flyers, whatever you want to hand out to the guests, and put them on your tables. Mr. Pressy, you want to jump in if I left out anything?
The exchequer has the financial part of it, 100%. It's just encouraging everybody that if you are intending to come, send us a note so we can get ready and prepare to welcome you, to make sure you come and have an evening of elegance, enjoyment, some food, some music. But we need to know the head count. It will be a pleasure for the BOBA community that is preparing for this Father's Day to know the head count before that day. But we're still inviting, if you cannot make it before that day, come to the gate and still welcome. So I think she just nailed it. Thank you.
All right, Wilson. Did we lose Wilson? Okay, I think we lost Wilson.
Connection.
Okay, yeah. All right. I know we had kind of talked about the theme last week. So maybe, Prezi, you want to talk about the theme again and why we're stressing on the health of the father?
Yeah, thank you very much. We have to touch back because that's going to be the pivot for that evening. I think Geoffrey also mentioned about that, but the theme is a healthy father, thriving family. Healthy father, thriving family. It's going to be a talk on how, if a father is healthy, then all the other things can be put together for the family to thrive. And that will get, like I always talk about a team. If you have a team, one of the player is not playing well, that team is not going to win the game. So we're saying that let's provide this opportunity for everybody to know that you have to be healthy in order to play your own role, sometimes 105%. So that's the theme for that evening. We encourage a lot of everybody to come in. We have a lot of health professionals in the community who are already doing some good work. Even on the BOBA team, we have very good health professionals. But this team was selected after a thoughtful time thinking about what we do in this country, because if you come in this country, you want to start following the money, you may forget that your health is very important. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we don't sleep. You have people come back from work, they stay on the couch, they don't even go on their bed. Mm-hmm. And then they call them for another shift. They take off. Yeah. The problem, you're looking at the bank account, I want it to be maybe have 10,000, then you want it to be 30,000. That's all you're focusing on. Mm-hmm. But you forgot that you're working your brain, you're working your body. You need to give that body a rest. You need to go for checkup, preventive medicine. Mm-hmm. All those things put together can make you provide a lot of resources to the family, and our community will be good. So that's the more reason why we are focusing on something that is very crucial to everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, that's very important in our community, because how many deaths have we had from people just passing out, from fatigue? I even experienced that, a few years ago, where it was just stress, stress. I was having syncopal episodes, passing out, ended up in the ICU from, just working overnight and then doing clinicals during the day. And it wasn't even me chasing money, because I've been called a lazy nurse before. The laziest nurse ever, who works the bare minimum.
Oh my God.
So that's why you see, some of us kind of spread the love, health and wealth. Do a little bit of health, do a little bit of wealth here, to kind of
That's
spread it
right.
around, so that you have your passion. You have your passion, but you spread it out, because if you don't do that, we can really start chasing those dollars and ending up in a hole. So I think that theme is very apt for the men, and all it applies to all of us in the community. Thinking about, because if one person isn't doing well, the community in general isn't doing well. So same thing in the family unit. If the dad isn't, because when dad isn't happy or mom isn't happy, you can tell the house is just dull and moody. The mood changes when the pillars of the family are not doing well. So whether it's emotionally or physically, we can tell the difference. So Geoffrey, what are some of the fun things that we can expect that day again? Because I already have my dancing shoes on, so make sure the DJ is on point. Because I love to dance. They'll have to peel me off the floor.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun in terms of because the whole idea is just to enjoy that moment. So there's going to be plenty of music, plenty of food. We are exploring the opportunity to add something to the medical health of health talk about fathers. We could, because you mentioned something about emotional health, which is very critical too, financial health. If there's possibility, we can throw on one of those to in between. So this just celebrating fathers is the biggest point on that day, because I wanted to say. If you are a mother, if you have your wife and you have your husband at home, there's no much you can't celebrate your husband enough in your house. You must come out like we're talking. We emphasize about community. There must be that community impulse. If you come to celebrate your husband, that impulse is a different level of motivation. So if you're a wife in DFW, please make sure you bring your husband to this occasion so that we celebrate him. The essence of the occasion is to highlight, fathers, you know, and it is so important that even if you are just a single father, you bring yourself to this occasion, you are going to feel that impulse being celebrated. You are going to enjoy food, enjoy the moment, because that's all we need in life, to be able to enjoy, at particular instances, when we are defining like Father's Day, Mother's Day, or the like. So we have plenty, some of which will be improvised in the occasion, but you have, from the door, you're going to enjoy the music, the food, the people, everything, and celebrate the Father. So I
Awesome.
want to insist again, women, DFW women, if you have your husband at home, please, there is no million, there is nothing that can celebrate your husband more than community. So that's a community event. So we are inviting you all to come out with your husbands and celebrate this day.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Husbands and fathers.
Yep. And
Yes,
for
husbands and fathers.
and for once, it's right down my alley, so I have no
Can you
excuse.
imagine that?
It's next door to me.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's like 10 minutes from me, so I'll be there.
Yeah. You connect.
I've been driving by and looking at the hall. I say, okay, we're here
Oh
on
my
the 14th.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sister Prissy, speak to, you and I have dealt with this in the PEMEXA, in the PEMEXA group as executive members, right? With members who are in the area, they are BOBA, they went to CPC, but they hear about the meeting, they act like they don't know nothing about the meeting, they haven't paid their dues, they don't belong. Let's talk to those people. Make sure they watch this video.
Right. Mm. I know I don't like we try to reach out to everybody in the group, and just like we did with Pemexa, we want to make sure that everybody is really really involved. This is not a thing for just a couple of people or a few people. This is our organization. We understand that we are really busy. We are all very busy. For instance, I jumped on this call from work. Um, so it's just a matter of us committing to do this, making our organization uh, um, pleasant, pleasurable. Because if everybody just shuns off or stays away, then who takes care of it? What is going to happen to the organization? So I just want to encourage everybody, those that we've called, those that we might have missed calling, if you're on here and you're hearing this, please, we just want to encourage you to, to join in. We need all the brains, we need all the hands on deck, because it might be what we're doing is not what you really want, but we need you to come in and tell us, hey, why don't we do it this other way? So we really want all the heads to come together and change the face of our organization, especially our alma maters, because I think it's kind of similar across the board, but we want to encourage come on with your ideas. I was just talking to I think Mr. Wilson this morning about this issue, and it really baffles us. It's like, okay, why is everybody keeping away? you know if you don't come and tell us exactly what you want us to do or how you would like to see it, then maybe some of us are too old, we're stuck in the old ways. But we want you to come and tell us, okay, let's do it this way, let's try this other way. And I believe we're all open to these suggestions, and because we want to be together. Nobody's an island. Nobody's an island, and being together makes us stronger. It supports us in so many different ways. Just the fact that I knowing what you're doing, it might be something that I'm in need of, and you can offer me that help professionally and otherwise. So just those contacts is very very important. So please please please, if you're out there, just come in. You don't have to be an executive, just come in with brilliant ideas, and let's move the organization forward. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I really wanted to touch on that because I know that it's a struggle for all the organizations. So bring a friend. If you're a BOBAN and you're coming that day, bring a friend. Another BOBAN, bring that friend. Call them and bring them with you. And you never know. That person might come and change the face of BOBA and bring an idea, a brilliant idea that might change the face of BOBA. So just don't feel like she said, you don't need to be an island. Things can change. You can come in, you can merge. Generations they cross over. Nee Joffrey here can dance you under the table, and he's you might think that you're young, and he can dance you under the table.
Oh, Joe. I like that. I like that.
So don't think that you're young. No, because when they will call the Bobans to come out to sing the anthem or whatever you guys do, you will see how many Bobans will be on the floor. They will all come out, collect their dues. When they come out, collect dues. Any money collect their dues when they come out.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Okay. Prezi, anything to add to that, to the membership?
Yeah, I think what you just said is all together. We have continued to stress on that. What many of us don't know is that when you come to BOBA meetings or events, you have that horizontal connection with classmates that you were in Bali together, and then you have the vertical connection. People who are ahead of you, people who were behind you. That's part of life that you want to live, to meet those classmates. You discuss things that, remember when I met Geoffrey, we were talking, you will not know that we are almost grandpas. We talk like we're still I think we joke about that, takes that stress away that you're having for the day.
Yes.
That's a part of the social life that is also a healthy part that we don't realize it. That's a capital that can be used for your health. So coming doesn't only mean that you have to come give something. When you go back home, you're going to get something in return. Plus, we are now working on a very, very powerful benefit package. This benefit package will be revealed at the convention in Minnesota in July. So the question, what is there for me, will be answered. But I'm trying to say that it's not that benefit package, but it's a social capital that you have that can make you live happy. And professionally too, as she mentioned, we may have some people in engineering field, medical field, geographers, and that's the field that you want. It's easy to get that information here than go doing research. So there are many advantages to join the group and also give back to the school that build you up. What about that? So there's no need to stay behind.
Yeah.
So all BOBAns, Ipemezans, anybody from any alumni, I encourage you, if you're listening, join the group, join the social network, and build up your own happiness from being part of the team that is doing great things around. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very important because what I've like personally, most of my strong friendships, the long-lasting friendships, came from PSS Mancon.
Yeah.
Most of my kids' godparents are Pemexans, or they're related to the community somehow.
Yeah.
So that if something is going on with me, I should not feel embarrassed to call Sister Prissy, call Nee Geoffrey, call Mr. Fred about it, because we're not strangers, we're in the same community. But if you stay away, you might be dealing with something that somebody has the answer for, and you're in your little corner dealing with it, thinking that you're isolated, you're the only one dealing with something like that, but you're not. But somebody else might have the answer for that. So I think that staying away doesn't always, benefit us. We can bring something to the table, but we can also get something. So it's a give and take relationship. Yeah. So in order for us not to drag out our show today, let's wrap it up by going around. I always want to end with a call to action and summarize by one thing that you want the community to take away from this show. Even if they didn't hear anything else we said, one thing that you want them to take away from this show today. Yes, the main thing is we're advertising Saturday, June 14th, that evening till morning. Don't plan to go home till the last record is played. Record shows my age. Record. The last beat. All right, Nee Geoffrey, and then Fred, and then Prissy. So yeah, so Nee Geoffrey, your one thing that you want them to walk away with, call to action, anything for the community that you want them.
Yeah, the first thing I want to mention is about the younger BOBAns. There's this fallacy that goes on that they are older people in but the organization. I just want just BOBA, just like PHS and everywhere. The culture that we emerge from our campuses is the same. It is not mutually exclusive generationally. We go to Brooks, it remains there is the same Brooks that a 20-year went to and a 40-year or a 70-year. So the culture does not change. So just come on board and be part of the organization, whether BOBA, as we are presenting here, or PHS or whichever. Do not have that idea that older people, because we went through the same school with the same culture, will only come out and meet the separate cultures outside. And then I wanted to just emphasize about the Father's Day, just to have the American mindset. That's the World Father's Day. We have World Series here, but this is going to be the World Father's Day. So please make your mark by coming up as a father, as a mother, coming up with as a wife, coming up with your husband. It's going to be extraordinary. Just come and experience the moment, and that's where we go from there. And we'll be holding this annually since last year we started. And every step we go every year is an improvement. So you are welcome to come. $100, $150 is not going to kill your bank. Please come on board and celebrate.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Fred.
Once again, before I give the conclusion, what I just want to say thank you for providing this platform. It's an excellent platform. Keep up the good work. And don't hesitate to call us for other things that we're doing in the community, to come on here and keep it busy and build the community as you have the vision. What I just want to say here is be counted and make history on the 14th. We collaborate with other alumni. We've not heard from a lot of them. So if you're a member of the alumni, the president, give a call to Priscilla and let us know that you're coming, because we are willing to collaborate and work together and keep the community big. Once again, thank you very much for the platform. We really, really appreciate it. Let me add one thing before I was concluding. I don't know that maybe the exchequer said it. I didn't, because we have two options for the flyer that they are making, the book that they are making. I don't know if she mentioned it. I'll just say that and leave it at that. So if she has to expand on it, she will do it. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Queen.
Well, once again, we really appreciate you, Madam Sagi, baby sister, for this brilliant, studio, put it that way, and the act that you're doing. We really, really commend you for it. You've come a long way. Um, yeah, as the ace checker, I'm always going to be talking about money. So I just want to encourage everyone again, come and join us. Let's celebrate. Come and join us. Let's celebrate our spouses, our husbands, and celebrate our dads. And one thing we forgot to mention though, if you think there is somebody special, I mean, maybe your dad or the husband that you want us to, to highlight on that day, something special that you want to mention to that person, please go ahead and contact any of us. Contact myself. Contact Mr. Fred. The person can give the name, and on that day we'll give you the opportunity to do that. It is their day, so please feel free to reach out to us and let us celebrate your special people. Once again, $100, $150. Reach out to me, and for those who want to advertise their businesses, reach out to me. We can actually give you a saggy discount for that day. Yes. So yes, just reach out to me. But we look forward to seeing you all. We look forward to celebrating with you. We're just here as a vessel. We're not doing this by ourselves. We're just a vessel giving everyone an opportunity to celebrate their dads or their husbands. So thank you again, and we waiting. Sagi, I hope you have two
Yeah.
pairs of shoes. Yeah, I have the one that I'm gonna go in with, the one that I'm gonna dance with, and after that, the one that I'm gonna, try to put things together with. So I'm ready for that day. I
If
hope you all
not, if not, I can run home and get my flip
can
flops.
get. Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Talking about that, I already have where I'm gonna sleep on that day.
I
So,
know,
Oh,
right?
sorry.
so
Well,
maybe
thank. Uh-huh.
sorry,
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
maybe we want to highlight this aspect that coming to Arlington on Father's Day to celebrate with BOBA is not only coming to celebrate. You will be building a multi-purpose complex in Bali College. So we are raising funds to build something in that institution. So that's why we are calling you to come celebrate the Father's Day. But don't forget, you can do even more,
Yeah.
contribution so that we can build a multi-purpose complex in the alma mater. So thank
Yeah.
you. And I want
Very
to say
important.
thank you so much to the the Fogwe show. This is a really, really important community outreach, and we're going to promote that as much as possible. Keep doing the good
Awesome.
work, kid sister. Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so
one
much.
last
Yeah.
thing, as a thank you, be prepared to get 3 minutes during the BOBA Father's Day to bring a pitch on this community.
Oh, wow.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. That's much appreciated. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. I mean, we pulled it together today. Nobody will know the background stuff. we, pulled, we pulled it together. We see all professional. But we got it done. But that's what it's about. Interactive, fun. We cut up, and I mean, this is all about life, I'm turning 50 this year, and I've decided that I have to be very intentional about life,
Where are we going, Cancun?
You guys plan it. I've planned too many events. I just want to show up. Plan it and let me show up. Plan it.
We got you.
The birthday is Christmas Day, so nobody can forget Christmas Day 2025.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
So it's a
No doubt you have this so much power in you. So you were born on Christmas Day.
That's what my name means, God with us. So Sagi means God with us. So Emmanuel.
Wow.
So that's what my name means. So
okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, audience. Thank you, viewers. Whoever's gonna watch this video, keep sharing. Yes, right now we don't have that many viewers, but we're growing a platform here. We start with one seed. We keep growing it, and then we go from there, because you don't know how we're going to change this community. Just one person at a time, one family at a time, and then one neighborhood at a time. Before we know it, our whole community will change. So BOBAns come out, guests come out, anybody in the community who knows a BOBAN, who is related to a BOBAN, married to a BOBAN like me. Come out and celebrate, or a daughter of a BOBAN.
Yes,
come out and celebrate.
You're just all about BOBA,
all
right?
about, and then my sister is a BOBAN. So una just give me membership now. Una just give me membership.
You got it.
Membership.
You don't only earn them. Huh?
Yes.
All right. Until next time, thank you guys for watching the Sagi Fogwe podcast.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.